This module is putting hurt in its proper place and rewriting our script. In this module, we'll explore some practices which will help us clear the burden of past hurt so we can live unencumbered in the present. It seems obvious to me through this journey with myself and guiding so many others that if we are going to make something beautiful of our lives, we have to make peace with the past. We have to put the hurt in its proper place. This does not mean we condone the abusive behavior of those whose job it was to love us and keep us safe. It does mean that we have our lives and we deserve to live fully. When we face the pain, name what happened and acknowledge the effect it had on us. We may need to grieve and go through anger to find the hurt, bewildered, frightened child who may be living just underneath the surface of our lives. Remember that we're the adults now, in a position to offer solace and give the nurturing the child may have longed for and did not receive during childhood. When we shine the light of clarity, by naming the abuse, it opens the door for the light. When light shines in darkness, the darkness disappears. I hear it from many people, and we may certainly want to say that those that hurt us did the best they could. This may be true, and the hurt still has to be faced and healed. Or we may have kept the pain active just below the surface to remind us to be careful not to be hurt by anyone ever again. We can examine the ways we've tried to protect ourselves, see what's no longer needed, and release old habits. Resentment means to feel again, re-sentiment. On our journey to heal the past, there may be things we'd like to say to those who hurt us, either in childhood or in more recent times. When we're in the midst of exploring and feeling our emotions around our hurt, it may be best for all concerned if we don't communicate directly with those we feel have wounded us. And here's another of my favorite practices. Now I'm laughing at myself. Every time I come across one of these favorite practices, it gives me a chance to see how much I love this course and what it offers, and I hope you're loving it as much as I am. In this practice, which is called 3 Unsent Letters, we again will take out our notebook or our journal and begin our letters. We write 3 unsent letters, which will aid in our healing process. Again, a reminder that this and all the practices offered here can also be found in your Great Love Now Practice Playbook. So you can go straight to my website and find it. Okay, here we go. First, we can write a letter to the person or institution that we feel has harmed us. We can begin, "Dear," and tell the story straight, including our feelings then, how it affected us, and how we feel now. When we finish the letter, we sign the letter with our name. After we finish the first letter, we turn the page immediately and write a second letter to our higher power by whatever name we choose, or our higher self. Again, we begin, "Dear," write about our feelings and ask for help in healing the past. In this case, before we sign our name, we might put the word love and then a comma, and then sign our name. Then we immediately turn the page again and write a third letter back to us from our higher power or higher self, beginning, "Dear," our name, and ending with love, comma, our higher power or higher self. We may wish to reread our letters and perhaps destroy them. We may find ourselves writing more than one letter to the same person or institution as our healing takes place. Healing takes loving attention and time. I want to remind us all of that this takes time. In this module and in the previous one, I've shared 2 of the valuable healing practices I found immensely helpful. 2 more of the most powerful healing techniques I know will be found in your practice playbook. They take more time in a quiet place to complete than is possible in our short time here. Please find them and use Healing the Energy Matrix and Healing Specific Issues there in the practice playbook. Now may I invite us to take a few minutes to experience another healing practice, the liquid light meditation. When we are in the process of healing and we are in our daily lives, we may find ourselves feeling vulnerable around other people. Anytime during the day, and particularly if we're in a situation in which we feel uncertain, we can fill ourselves from top to bottom or bottom to top with liquid light. So I invite us to close our eyes and gather ourselves to this moment, this place where we sit. Let's be quiet for a moment. Now let's picture ourselves pouring a bucket of liquid light down through the crown of our head and watch it flow down through our entire body. We can watch it flow down through our head and face, down through our throat, across our shoulders and down our arms, out through our hands and fingers. Let's picture that light filling our heart, spreading through our chest and back, down through our trunk, down our legs, and filling our feet and toes. Let's step back and look, see the light filling us. Again, let us be quiet for a moment and feel, just feel. Taking another moment, let's picture ourselves standing on the earth. Liquid light pours out of the ground beneath our feet and fills us from bottom to top. The same process as before. We can watch the light flow up through our feet and legs, up through our genitals, our lower abdomen, our chest, across our shoulders, down our arms and into our hands. Reversing the flow, we can see that light surge up our arms, across our shoulders, into our neck and face, our ears, the back of our head, out the top of our head and into the sky. Let's again step back and look. See the light filling us. In the quiet, we just feel for a moment. Just feel for a moment. Let's gently open our eyes. We can repeat this process as often as we wish. You'll find it by itself on YouTube with the other meditations as liquid light meditation. Now let's look at one more aspect of our hurt. This is a tender part, this part of the Course. I want to remind myself and all of us. When we are in pain ourselves, it's not uncommon for us to act or speak in ways that hurt others. A common response to unexamined pain is to dump our pain on others. So when we look at the past, we may find not only a cache of deep hurt, but also feelings of remorse over that times when we acted out of our pain and someone else felt hurt. We are responsible. If we have hurt someone, we stay on our side of the street. We look clearly at what we have done and make amends. It may look like we're making amends for the other person, but surprisingly, as we make amends, it lightens our load and releases us from the feelings of remorse. It helps us let the past be the past and not unclaimed baggage we're hauling around with us. As we become free of that baggage, our love for ourselves grows and we have more love to give. To amend means to change. It does not mean saying I'm sorry and going out and doing the same thing again. When we're current with our relationships, we clean up our side of the street as we go along. When we see that we've hurt someone, we take responsibility by responding with honesty and kindness. If we have taken the hurt from our past and inflicted on others, there are action steps we can take to clean up the past so we can live unencumbered in the present. We can also amend our relationship to the past, and that is our practice. To amend the past, that is, to change the way we see what happened and to free us from remorse, let's do the following. First, we make a list of all those who harmed us and who we harmed through our lives. Second, we look at each name and ask ourselves, am I willing to release this person from the pain of the past? Am I willing to release myself from the pain of the past? Third, we stay on our side of the street. If we feel the person has harmed us more than we've harmed them, we may be holding resentment and can see that the resentment is hurting both of us. We can ask ourselves, am I willing to let us both go free? Fourth, if we still cannot see our side of the hurt, we can stand in front of our higher power or higher self with that person, reach out our hand and let them take it in theirs. We don't have to look at them or talk to them. Just stand with our hand in theirs until our feelings change and we are ready to release each of us. From my own experience, this may take many sessions and sometimes even months if the hurt was especially extreme. Fifth, when we are ready, we go to each person on our list and take responsibility for our side of things. Acknowledge where we have been wrong. State clearly where we see we have hurt them. We express our sadness at having hurt them and our commitment to behave differently in the future. We may offer to help them in any way we can. Here is a time to be especially tender with ourselves. As we look back at our lives, we may find a hidden storehouse of grief. When we realize we have to release sadness to find the joy in life, we become willing to stay with our feelings. The process is delicate, and our hearts need our kindness during this time more than ever. If we've been using all the tools and practices offered here and in the practice playbook, we will more easily weather this time of healing the past. I believe there is no limit to the miracles that can happen through the simple process of feeling. Sometimes all we can do is ride the wave of feeling until it reaches the shore. We can't hurry it. We can't stop it. When we've given ourselves the opportunity to explore the healing practices offered here, and our past cache of pain is well on its way to healing, we may find that we are becoming current with our feelings. When something brings sadness, for example, it's not followed by a volcanic eruption of all the unexpressed and unprocessed sadness from the past. We live in the present, and we are available to what is happening now. As I have found in my own life, this is a great relief. We are ebullient beings. It is the nature of life to renew itself, and as the feelings of the past take their rightful place, we find we have more love to give both to ourselves and others. This is one of the miracles we can count on when we seek to live great love now. No one knows what's coming next in life. Yet on this journey, we find ourselves relaxing as we live ever more fully in a life of self-love. We find ourselves becoming more comfortable with change and feeling confident that whatever comes will be perfect for us at the time. We may especially see this as we look at life's turning points in our past. We may ask who writes the script of our life story, whether we're sure we write it ourselves or we suspect life lays it before us as it's meant to unfold. We do our best each day to craft the scene to take us where we want to go. As we travel through our inner landscape, take responsibility for our happiness, and progress through the process of healing, we may find ourselves in the middle of what appears to be a new story. Every life has joy in it. Every life has pain in it. Today we realize we can choose to direct our attention as a great day. I'm not suggesting we slip into denial and leave past pain to fester, but when we're doing what we can to allow the past to heal and take its true place, that is, in the past, we can live in our new stories with ease and peace. Of course, we may have a jewel of pain from our past we want to keep. We can put it in a scented wooden box under our bed. We don't have to abandon our stories. They are part of our treasure. Let's celebrate the courage and perseverance that have brought us to today. It may be tempting to keep our whole story as it is, but the joy of the new story is beckoning. May we look at the stories we tell ourselves. They shape our inner life. Let's make certain those stories reflect the persons we are emerging to be today. We can revisit our memories and stitch together the good in our lives. We can offer the mind something pleasant to recall. If we've discovered that we've been thinking the same old thoughts with emphasis on the pain, there's no need to blame ourselves. When we begin to see things differently, it's time to move on, that's all. Some of the people I've had the privilege to support in their loving life journeys had a hard time remembering the good parts of their past, especially in childhood. When we sit patiently and keep looking, there they are, some happy times. The trampoline in the backyard, the path in the woods and the fort under the trees, the old wooden rowboat with the oars that creaked. We put it together as best we can, the sad coupled with the good. It's what we can do. Sometimes, as we traverse the memories of the past, strong feelings will arise. It happens in every life. Especially when we're new at exploring memories from our past, we may feel the urgency of our emotions and impulses. This is the time not to act. When we turn to the silence within ourselves and begin listening to our inner wisdom, we will find that we are actually shifting to treating ourselves, others, and our memories with tranquility and goodwill. When we close our eyes, breathe, and settle, emotions tend to be stilled as well. May we take a few moments now to see what happens in our bodies when we merely breathe. We don't have to do anything to our breath, just watch it come and go. Notice that after watching even a few breaths, some settling down occurs. We can breathe and settle anytime we wish. It is another gentle wonderment, a gift of our body to itself. Let's take a moment, just 3 or 4 breaths. I believe in every moment there is a gift coming, a gift awaiting us on the other side of every experience. Just thinking that makes it easier to go through challenging times and emotions. It is my experience that when we persist in seeking ways to choose to move toward the light, our difficulties strengthen us and we grow more confident in ourselves. If we hold to our faith that all that happens, happens for good, we will feel more and more assured as life goes on. Each of us is first and foremost our own beloved. What a precious gift we give when we companion ourselves. Even when we are surrounded by loved ones, including our beloved partner, we are still each and all alone with ourselves. This is a natural part of being alive. When we see the moon in a clear blue sky, we remember the night will come. darkness and light, both equal parts of the mystery of life. We live in this world. We are not blind to the sorrow and suffering of so many. Yet the sun shines in our lives and we celebrate the goodness and rightness of everything. We see the moon in the daytime sky and we relax, knowing all is as it must be. Let us rest into ourselves. When we don't know what to do next, let's rest and wait for the next step to appear. Let's sit down and close our eyes. We can find that spark of light that hints to us there is a way and we will find it. We can allow ourselves the spaciousness around our hearts to realize we are in the process of moving into lives that we will love. When we first begin paying attention to our lives and see how far we may be from living the life we want, we may feel discouraged. We can most certainly take heart. The journey itself is joyful. Let's choose to love ourselves through everything. The great thing about having a well-stocked toolbox is that whenever we find something that needs our attention, we can easily turn to our cache of tools and find a practice that will handle the situation. Each day is a new beginning. Let's approach it with good cheer and courage, knowing we have everything we need to peacefully navigate whatever comes. Having explored what it means to fall in love with ourselves first, we're now ready to delve into that delicious realm of relationship with another, to begin the into you I see and into me I let you see dance of intimacy. At the same time we are singing the song of ourselves, we are coming to know our beloved and now allowing our beloved to really know us. What a beautiful journey this life is.